might be the most unusual suspect the police station has ever seen. Even though he was covered in bruises and already had his hands cuffed, he calmly lit a cigarette for himself, then pulled out a can of fish and slowly opened it with a can opener. But it wasn't for him to eat. He took a cute little kitten out from inside his coat, put it on the interrogation table, and let it enjoy the fish. Everything he did left the two cops across from him completely stunned. The man's name is Hutch, a retired top-tier hitman. Once during an execution mission, the traitor kneeling in front of him cried his eyes out and begged for mercy, swearing he'd turn his life around. And for once Hutch had a moment of compassion. He let the guy go. A year later, he tracked him down again and found that the guy really had changed. He got married, had kids, and was living a peaceful, happy life. Standing outside the window, Hutch felt for the first time that maybe that kind of life was worth it. He suddenly didn't want to go back, so he made the decision to walk away from the CIA and started living a normal life. But trouble found him anyway. To protect his family, Hutch decided to strike first. He rented an old factory and used whatever materials he had to build all kinds of deadly traps and weapons. Then Hutch contacted one of his mysterious old friends, and through him, he got info on his target Yurian. Turns out Yurian was a brutal Russian mob boss, in charge of managing the massive pension fund of the Russian mafia called Obshchik. If anything happened to that money, Yurian's position would be over. Once Hutch got the intel, he acted fast. He found where the money was being stored. While Yurian was busy singing at a bar, Hutch took out all the guards, then poured gasoline down the fire pipes, and lit the entire stash of money on fire. Yurian had just finished performing a song on stage when he saw that so-called nobody sitting calmly in the crowd eating a steak. His men surrounded Hutch and pointed their guns at his head, but Hutch wasn't scared at all. He pulled the tablecloth off the table, and underneath was a battlefield landmine with the pin looped around Hutch's finger. That froze Yurian in place. He told his men to stand down and stayed behind to talk with Hutch alone. Then Hutch pulled out a stack of burnt cash from his coat and tossed it on the table. Yurian instantly recognized it as the Obshchik money. He tried to stay calm, but couldn't hold it in anymore, and started cursing in rage. Hutch walked out of the bar with the mine still in hand, past all the furious guards, and got back into his car. Then he waited. Sure enough, it didn't take long for Yurian, boiling with rage, to come storming out of the bar. Hutch knew he had taken the bait.